Adaptation is a curious art form in some ways. It finds its roots in a source text, and often uses some part of that source to comment on the work itself, or the time in which it was written, or a culture in the present. The piece you are about to hear is an adaptation of a well-known fairy tale, applied in this adaptation to American culture in the early 21st century. This podcast was produced with the support of the National Endowment for the Humanities and the University of Arkansas. It was written and directed by Peter Saunders.
This had to be the weirdest case of my career, and that's saying something. We don't have a lot of crime here in Hillsborough, but what we got was frequently a spider's web. Her name is Gwendolyn. So, Gwendolyn, is it? So how did your mother end up dead?
She's not my mother.
She's not?
No, she's my stepmother. My mother died when I was 3.
Okay, so how did your stepmother end up dead?
I was hoping you were going to tell me. Isn't that what I'm here for?
Let's see. It looks like the coroner says she died of botulism poisoning.
Well, that makes sense, I guess.
It does?
Sure. She certainly had enough Botox injections.
But those aren't usually fatal.
Right, because most people get Botox injections at a doctor's office. My stepmother preferred to treat wrinkles in the comfort of her own home.
I see. How old are you, Gwen?
I turned 18 today.
And you are a student at Central High School?
Yes.
And your father?
What about him?
Is he around?
He's off on a trip.
Have you spoken with him since your mother was found dead?
No. I tried to call him, but he must be in meetings or something.
When was the last time you saw him?
Sunday night.
And when is he due back?
Last night.
You don't seem too worried.
This isn't that unusual. Sometimes his trips get delayed.
And what is his business?
I don't really know. Importing stuff and selling it, I think.
What kind of stuff?
Look, I really don't know. You can ask him when he gets back.
Right. And what's his name?
Arthur, but everyone calls him Rex.
Look, Gwen, you're a smart girl. You must have figured out that the circumstances of your stepmother's death are a little suspicious, and you were the only one in the house at the time she died.
Wait, so she overdoses, shocker, and I'm a suspect?
Let me put it this way. I don't think you did it, but I need to get to the bottom of this because I'm sure I don't have the whole story.
I think maybe it's time for me to get a lawyer.
You can do that, and our conversation will end right there. Alternatively, you can tell me what happened, and between the two of us, we can complete the story. You've got quite a future ahead of you, don't you, Gwen?
What do you mean?
I talked to your guidance counselor. You're likely to be valedictorian, admitted early to Yale.
So?
It would be a real shame if charges were filed against you and you couldn't finish your final semester of high school.
What?
That's what happens if you can't make bail.
All right, but I have one condition.
I can't offer you immunity, I'm sorry.
That's not the condition. I want a polygraph.
A lie detector? For the entire interview? Why?
Because it's been a hell of a week, and otherwise, you're not going to believe a word of it.